but me. Say everybody. Okay.
KCMO, born and raised if you ain't get the memo. Slipping in my city is a NO. We put down the demo.
Hey you guys, it's me Askbasie. Welcome back to my channel. And today's video is gonna be a video I actually haven't done in quite a while. Y'all forgive me, some of these emails are from July, June, May, because I get so many and I've been busy, so I apologize, but I'll still read them to y'all. Even if y'all already figured it out, even if y'all not going through this anymore, I'm still gonna read it and give my advice. If I had did this one, I should have did this. Okay, so y'all, I'm just gonna give advice on these. You guys don't have to take it if you're watching. This is just questions you asked, and I'm just telling y'all what I would do. But again, you don't have to take it. So let's get into this first one. It says, hey Askbasie, I would love to keep my name private. I got you, girl. I didn't even say your name. I've been in a relationship for 4 years already. We are high school sweethearts and he hasn't popped a question. I strongly believe in marriage because eventually I want to settle down. He is a great guy, but I just don't understand why he doesn't pop the question. I've asked him before about where he sees us in the future, and he had told me how he wanted to finish law school before he got me a ring. He just graduated with his bachelor's. He is starting law school next year, but it's going to take 3 years for him to graduate law school. I might seem really desperate, but my mom is really old school and wants to see me getting married. I need your advice. Thank you so much. Okay, well, y'all been together 4 years. That is a good amount of time, and you know, y'all are high school sweethearts. But it sounds like you still, if you're high school sweethearts, y'all been together 4 years, y'all still sound like y'all might be a little young. He seems like he's really trying to do something with himself, with his future. But if he tells you that, you know, he does want to marry you, granted, sometimes men say stuff that they just know you want to hear. If he's telling you that, but you really don't feel it in your heart, before the relationships prolongs any further, you can end it. That way, you know, you could potentially find the man that you would think will marry you. But I would just, you know, really let him know how you're feeling. Maybe, you know, he has something up his sleeves. Maybe he might propose soon. Some people don't want to be rushed into it. When he's ready and if he feels that you're the one he wants to make his wife, it's going to happen. I've been with my fiance 7 years, and he proposed right before our 7th year. 7 years is a very, very long time. And some people, you know, think that's crazy to wait that long and to continuously date someone before marriage. But, you know, it's different strokes for different folks. But, I mean, really talk to him and show him your concerns. Let him know, you know, what you're feeling, and he may be able to reassure you that it's gonna happen in due time, but he wants to do something with his life. He wants to make sure that when he does make you his wife, you guys are financially stable, you guys can take care of your children and everything like that. So I don't fault him for not proposing right away. Just give it time. Don't rush the man, because eventually you might push a very good man away. And I mean, I understand your mom's concern and everything like that, but mom might need to stay in her place for a little bit, you know, because everybody's gonna have their opinion about your relationship. Okay, this next one says, help me please. Hey girl, I love your videos. Please help. I'm in love with this guy for 3 years now. We worked together, then became friends, and the whole time he's been on and off with his girlfriend. And that's the reason I didn't tell him how I've been feeling about him. I tell myself to move on and to find some other brother. But girl, he got my heart melting. My homegirl told me to just have a one-nighter with him with a lot. What? Hold on, girl. Hold on. My homegirl told me to just have a one-nighter with him with a lot of drinks to get him out of my system. Ooh. To get him out of my system. But I really don't know what to do, and he is with his girlfriend at the moment. Well, I'm gonna stop you right there. Okay? All right. If he's with his girlfriend right now, please do not go do no one-night stand. I just don't condone the whole cheating and the side chicks and all of that extra stuff. especially if you know he's with his girlfriend right now. Don't put yourself in that position to do that. I don't think that's smart. I don't think it's safe. I don't think it's wise, and I think it's very disrespectful. So if this man, if you know he's on and off with this girl and they have all this history and stuff, I think you just need to really honestly move on to find someone else. I understand you've had feelings for this guy for 3 years. That's all fine and well, but if he's not showing any interest in you whatsoever and you want to just act on your feelings, and then yeah, he might be giving you mixed signals, but if you know for a fact that he's really staying with this girl, I would not put myself in that situation, because it can make things messier. She could be crazy and come after you. It could just be a whole bunch of mess. So I would not even just deal with it. Just move on. Don't do the one night stand. But I mean, you grown. I can't tell you what to do, but I wouldn't do it. This next one says, hey Basie, I love your videos. The first one I seen was my boyfriend got another girl pregnant story time, and I've been hooked ever since. I'm 26 years old from Kansas City, Kansas. I suffer from anxiety, depression, and PTSD. My story started when I was a child. I was around 5 or 6 when I started being molested by a very close family member. Oh girl, I'm sorry. For a very long time, I was told not to tell anyone or I would be in trouble. But around the age of 14, I tried telling my mom on 2 different occasions. She just asked the family member, and he said I was lying. She made me apologize, of course, and I got in trouble. Move forward, it was still happening and things seemed to get worse. The family member started calling me bitches and hoes and saying fuck you and not talking to me for days. He started making sexual comments to me, telling me that he was having dreams about doing sexual things to me, and asked if I would want those things done to me. He started to come in the bathroom when I was in the shower and smell my underwear and watch me shower. This all lasted up until I was 24 and I moved out on my own. Things were so much better up until about a year ago. Unfortunately, I had to move back in with them for various reasons. At first, things were okay, but now the comments are starting again. I've been to the emergency room multiple times for severe anxiety attacks, and I've been in psychiatric hospitals. I have my times when I just want to kill myself. Oh no. I tried, but it didn't work. It makes it hard because the family member that did this is my father. Oh. Honestly, I'm not even sure he is my father. He's been around all my life, but he tells me all the time he's not my real dad anyway. My mother confessed to me his name isn't on my birth certificate. My question is, how should I approach my parents and tell them what's causing my anxiety and depression? And should I try to figure out if he's my real dad or let it go? I hope you get to read my email, and I would really appreciate your advice. Thank you. First off, I'm so sorry that you are going through this. I couldn't imagine, especially having to deal with this from such a young age up until now. Like, and the fact it makes it even worse that he's your father, or even if he's not really your father, he's someone that you've grown up with, someone that's supposed to be there to protect you, care for you, make sure no one's harming you. But if he's the person that's harming you, that is horrible. And the fact that your mother does not believe you pissed me off, because if my daughters came and told me, I don't care. Of course, yes, you want to investigate and make sure they're not making up stuff, but I'm not going to take that lightly. I'm going to investigate, and then I'm going to make sure that you away from my child. Like, no, you will be locked up or dead, one of the two, especially if I have a feeling. And then after my child tells me this, you don't think I'm gonna be on the watch? And if my child has never came to me with any type of thing like this in the past, or made accusations like this, or she doesn't have problems with lying or problems with any type of behavior issues, I'm not gonna take that lightly, and I'm going to beat that ass, and something's gonna happen. I'm sorry you're going through this. I'm sure because now you're back in the home, it is going to bring up some more anxiety issues. You need to really talk to your mother. If he starts up again, you need to go to the police. You need to do something. Beat his ass, one of the two. I mean, you might not be able to because he's a man. But yes, I would say find out if this man is your father. And if he's not, let me not say that. Oh, if he's not, I was going to say some real violent stuff. But I'm trying to keep it cool. If he's not your father, I don't even know. But you need to tell your mother what's really going on. Tell her it's happening again. You need to confront him. If he continuously lies, you need to get somebody else involved, or you just need to part your ways from that. Not even be around your mother or this man that's supposed to be your father if they're going to keep causing you stress, anxiety, depression. All of that stuff can kill you. You do not want to be around that. And if your mother is not motherly enough to realize that you only have these issues when you're around this man or when you're at home, if she doesn't feel that maybe this could be true and she doesn't even really seem like she cares or is concerned, you need to cut all ties. That might relieve your stress right then and there. That's all I can really say. I've never experienced that, especially with a family member. And my father at that? No. I think you need to talk to someone, but first you need to start with your mother and this man. And yeah, you need to just start there first. Okay, this next one says, hey Basie, I love your videos and you're just really kind in general. What I need advice on is this. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 1.5 years, and recently my boyfriend physically hurt me for the first time, and I have no idea what to do because it's never happened before. And when you're with someone for that long, it's harder to just give up and throw the entire relationship away. So basically, I just need advice on what I should do. First of all, if he hit you once, honey, it's more than likely he may hit you again, because instead of hitting you, he could have hit that wall if he was that upset. So I've never had a man. Yes, I was with Bob and he was very how can I say this, mentally abusive, verbally abusive, but he never hit me while we were together. Now after we broke up, you know, he tried to throw some bows and tried to get buck wild, but I came back with it. But that was after we were done. But if he had to put his hands on me while we were together, hell, if Terrence puts his hands on me while we're together and this man's about to be my husband, no, you getting shot down. Probably not shot because I can't go to jail. I got kids to live for. But I'm not going to stay around for that, because I honestly feel like if a man hits you once, he will hit you again. He could have hit anything else other than you, and he chose to hit you. And if he didn't seem remorseful, which you didn't really say, and I understand y'all been together for a long time, but I mean, if he feels like it didn't bother you that much, he might feel like it ain't gonna bother you the next time he does it. So if I was you, I would be really careful and weigh my decisions on if I should stay. I don't think I would stay though. Honestly, I know it's better said than done because I'm not in that situation, but I don't think I would stay. So, but I mean, it's ultimately your choice. Okay, this next one is a teenager, y'all. She says, hello, I'm 16 and it's going to be really short. I dealt with 4 guys in my past in different years, and I've talked to each of them for a very long time. I've gotten the tip. What? I've gotten the tip stuck in 4 times, but it has never been through my vagina ever. My cherry has never popped as well, and for some reason I could sense they just want to take my virginity, so I'd stop them. P.S. This was in different years and they were different guys I talked to for months long, and I thought they loved me. Am I really still a virgin? You're 16 and you done had 4 penises try to enter your vagina, sweetheart. In different years. If this is different years, this means you started probably before, ain't no probably, you started before 16. Okay. Sweetheart, Just because your cherry didn't get popped don't mean you not no virgin. If that penis went in your vagina, you've had sexual intercourse. They put the tip in. If the tip was in, I feel like that's sexual intercourse to me. And I don't know. Something about this don't sound all the way right. They put the tip in and you pushed them out. Especially if you a virgin. You can't just slide it in that easy. You got to do a little work, even for the tip. If I can remember, that's how it was for me. So even if it's the tip, unless you messing with some pencil men, even if it's the tip, he got to still work to get that in there. And I'm sure these boys didn't just pull that out as fast as you saying. So first of all, I don't think you need to be doing all that at 16, especially with 4 different boys, years past. So you've been doing this before 16. It's a thing called STDs, early pregnancy, all kinds of stuff. So you need to really slow your roll. But I wouldn't say you a virgin no more. Y'all can chime in on this, but I don't think you a virgin no more, especially after 4. I'm just saying. This next one says, hey Basie, I wanted to say I love your channel and your family vlogs. I'm from Chicago and I had recently found out that I'm pregnant by my boyfriend of 2 years. When I found out, it was the same day he went to jail for pulling a gun out on our roommate, and we haven't been back to our apartment since. That night I was so upset I drove myself to the hospital because I was having very bad anxiety. They made me do a urine test and boom, told me I was pregnant. I was shocked at first because I never thought I was pregnant because I was on birth control. He got bonded out of jail and I told him immediately and he said he was excited. But it seemed like after I told him I was pregnant, he became very controlling. He was going to court for the incident. Then he found out his license was suspended. With all the stress he had, he was taking it out on me. Anytime I got emotional, he would say I was acting out. I was driving his car for him to take him everywhere he needed to go, and he would constantly yell at me about my driving and certain roads I would take. It was so bad his friends would even speak up and say something for me. One day I came home tired from work, which if I failed to mention, we were staying at his mom's house. He wanted me to take him somewhere as usual when I came home. I was being worn out. I got up from the chair I was sitting in and went in the kitchen to ask him where he wanted to go. He told me, don't switch up now, and he flinched at me and I flinched back. Then he picked me up and threw me on the kitchen floor. And it left a dent in the stove. He left out and I left out and went back to my mom's house. I was so hurt at how he was acting. Eventually, I ended up coming back. I was dumb. After he apologized. Still nothing had changed. And the day before Father's Day, his car broke down and wasn't coming back on. I was suggesting different things that might have been wrong. And he got so mad, he started yelling and screaming in my face, telling me how he was tired of me and never wanted me to come back anyway because I bring bad luck. He left again and I was crying again, and I had made the decision to move back to my mom's house permanently. I changed my number and everything. He called my mother's house phone mad at me because I left without telling anyone where I was going, and he knew I got paid today and he thought I was skipping out on helping him pay his court fees, which I don't owe him anything. I offered because I felt bad. His mom was coming in on the other line and I hung up on him. And she began to ask me where I went, and I told her. She told me it was a smart decision because she knows how he treats me and he's only calling me for money. She began telling me how his car was going to cost $1,200 to fix, $350 just to get it towed home. His lawyer fees were $700. His title loan on his car was $500, and to get his license unsuspended would cost over $2,000 from tickets. And here he wanted my little $500 check. He blames everything on me and calls me a snake for leaving and told me he wanted nothing to do with me. I tried calling him so many times and he hasn't answered for weeks. He blocked my number and everything. I texted him off my mom's phone asking him what's up with him coming to my prenatal visits, and he texted me back saying abortion is what's up. I was so hurt. He literally wants nothing to do with me at all and wasn't supportive. My mom has been supporting me and she doesn't want me to go back. He just got exposed on Facebook for messing with trannies, and my heart dropped when a mutual friend told me that and I should get tested. Everything came back negative, but it's crazy that I still want to be with him after everything. I know. Oh God. Can you give me some advice? Sweetheart. Sweetheart. Because of what I know now, it sounds like it's not gonna get no better. It sounds like he's using you for your money, for sex. Now you're pregnant, and right now your main priority is your baby and yourself. I wouldn't go back. You need to stay with your mother. Listen to her advice. Hell, listen to his own mother told you. Don't take him back. You might be in love. You right now, actually, you're in dumb. The only reason I say that, and I don't mean it in a mean way, and I promise you I don't, because I call myself dumb every single day I stayed with him. Either you feel like you can't do no better, which I know you probably can, which I know you can. He's beat down your self-esteem so much that you just want to stay there because you feel like he's all you can get. No, honey, it's not. It's not true. You need to focus on that baby. If you go back again, yeah, you'll be a fool. I was called fool several times because I went back every time until I finally realized, all right, girl, get it together. But you shouldn't go back. I'm just telling you the real. Don't go back. Let him cry. Let him boo-hoo. He can go mess with his different people he wants to mess with. He can go have sex with whoever he wants. But you don't need to put yourself in that danger, nor your child. So all I'm going to say is don't mess with this dusty bum. Let it go. You will get over him eventually. Trust me. It might take a month. It might take 2 years. It might take 5 years. But you do not need to go back to that. And I'm just telling you, honestly, do not, sweetheart. But it's your choice, but do not. Okay, you guys. So that's all I'm going to do for today. I still have quite a bit more to do, y'all. So I'm gonna get to those. My next video that I do, another Askbasie, I promise. So y'all, again, forgive me if some of y'all emails is still from months and months back because I was getting so many. Please forgive me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If any of you guys watching have any feedback for any of these advice questions that I did today, make sure to comment down in the comment section so they can see, you know, advice from other people's perspective. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, loves.